He does kind of remind me of that. No news is good news. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a show called The Great Space Coaster. Other shows during that generation: 3-2-1 Contact, the Bloodhound Gang. The Bloodhound Gang, that was on 3-2-1 Contact. It was like a little like a little show within a show. And then they had the Spanish one, the Spanish show. I would watch that because it was just, I couldn't believe all the production of it. It just mesmerized kids. Me, anyway. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heoke empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. It's only one. It's been a very eventful day. It's been a good day. Got to sleep actually a little bit later than I ordinarily do, except that just cuts into my wake up time, my quiet time before I gotta do stuff. So, anyway, it's alright. Wasn't too crabby or mad about it. That's always a good thing. So, what did I do with my phone? Because this is kind of loud and I want to turn it down. What if a song comes on that I hate? Then I'll... Anyway. I just had it. Is it over by you, Mom? How are you doing today, Mom? Let people know how you're doing.
I'm doing very well.
You're doing very well. It's a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous, pretty day. It's a super pretty day. I'm going to talk about that day just a minute. I made some notes even. See, I even got a little cradle for my phone to set it here by me when I do this, and I didn't put it in the cradle. It was $5, you know, because I get tired of losing. Oh, it's over here. Here it is. I get tired of losing stuff, so I'm trying to have some continuity. Yes, X. I don't want you to be homeless, buddy. You gotta help people, man. They just, God, I'm gonna be so busy in this next chapter of the world, Ma. I'm gonna be real busy. So, anyway, I'm wearing my orange pants today. These might be my favorite pants. They're Dockers. I'm a Dockers dork. A Dockers dork. And I got them on back when I was lived in 3D and used Amazon, but they got this stupid S on it because they're for Syracuse, because they're like a college edition. That's the only reason how I could get, or because they're for like some stupid bullshit. But I got them because I found them specific because I like orange pants, and then they match the orange on my straight people like rainbows too t-shirt. You can get these down at soon here before too long. They have a corner down at Taos. It's a dispensary here in Taos. God, they charge like 33% tax. But when you're medical, you don't got to pay that tax. That's why I keep my medical card. So anyway, I was thinking about that today because I always wore real bright colors, and I figured out exactly what that stems from. I've been ignored a lot in my life. When I was a little kid, I had so much energy, and I'd wear my parents out. I wear people out. I'm exhausting. I had the last girl that dumped me. She did it. It's the funniest thing. I'll never forget what she said to me, and I'll never forget the look on my face when I was watching an episode of Northern Exposure, and the words in the way that my ex dumped me came out of Maggie's mouth when she dumped Joel Fleischman. You're too much. You're so much. You exhaust me, is what I was told. So, all right, next. No, that was 10 years ago this November. It was right before the holiday. It was right before Thanksgiving, all that stuff, which is cool because I freaking hated going over to her family's house. It just, that old programming. It's like watching boring television that you can't turn the channel. Oh, well. That's why we're exes. Yeah. But she made these shirts, and she does good work, and I will always support her in her endeavors because she works really hard, to make it work. So anyway, so I've been ignored my whole life, and so and plus I got Pisces and Venus. My Venus was in the astrological sign of Pisces at the moment of my birth, and we're pretty snappy dressers. So I thought, hey Oka, I mean we're clowns. I live the part. This is not a part. This is not something I'm portraying. This is the actual real life who I am, even when I go out into the world. I mean, people hate clowns. Sometimes, the clown had to learn how to not hate itself too. So we can do it. Anybody can. So I wear bright colors because it just makes it easier for people that ignore me not to ignore me. It makes it harder for them to ignore me. If I'm standing in front of and also I'm a pedestrian a lot of the time. I've been a pedestrian a lot in my life, and I wear real bright clothes so people could see me. And I still got hit by a car. I did a video about it the day it happened called repoed SUVs. No, wait, repoed and hit by an SUV. Or something like that. But it's REPO''D, repoed. And because I got my Rogue repoed, and then I got hit by an SUV, a lady, on the same day. That was kind of a crappy day. Oh well, just more stuff to get over though, right? Anyway, so good stuff happened today. Good stuff happened. I'm excited. Oh, I want to first, as a continuation of yesterday's talk, I talked about the kid. The reason why we had to move is because he went to prison, and then he got out, and I knew it was they're repeat offenders, and they're repeat offenders, so it just some people can be rehabilitated. They can. They absolutely can. They have. They go out there, share their testimonies. This is what I used to be. This is what I am now. That's what I do. That's why it makes it real easy for me to recognize people that don't care and they'll never put in the work. So I'm not going to put no effort into them. Because I'm not going to put more effort into somebody that's going to put into themselves. So, So yesterday, I found this article. Here it is, right here. I looked up the kid's name on Facebook, and I looked up posts, and it just brought back stuff from 2018. So this is why this is when he got in trouble. Hold on. The second time, 22 years old. So he got in trouble. Okay? And then while he was waiting to get whatever sentence for his first trouble, Then he got charged with attempted murder. He didn't even go to jail because of who his family is, because his grandpa was a veteran, which means he sat around and did not much of any. It's just all bullshit, right? But because of who he's related to, he got to go to a treatment facility, and then he left early. So he got, so now what he is up for is his 4th felony. See, that's how they do it in New Mexico. They don't keep people in, they just let them out so they can, perpetuate this, because you got to have the people to sell the fentanyl and all that stuff, because that, those are made in a factory. They're not made in like a junkie's basement. Do people understand that these opiates are made by Big Pharma? Do people get that? But it doesn't matter, because money matters more than people. And the whole planet's hurt. I mean, everybody's hurt by something. I mean, everybody has their baggage they carry around, Everybody's hurt about, everybody's sad, mad. If you are mad or sad about something at this point on this planet, if you haven't acquired a significant amount of crap that you got to get over, then you are probably benefiting from hurting, from all those other systems being, people getting hurt by those other systems. And that's why this stuff will never go away, because there's too many people that benefit from it. They profit from it. They get power and control from the cracks of society get wider. So we're only going to see the cracks of society get wider. Right? So me and Mom are in a better place, so it all worked out, right? It's about allowance, allowing the flow, even the turbulent flow, just allowing things, I had an example of that today. I called my buddy called me Augie, because it's been crappy weather, so it's crappy. He don't go out, I don't go out. He just goes home. He don't go to the park, so we don't meet up. So I hadn't seen him in several days. So he calls me up. I said, all right, he's like, I'm going to go to the park. I want to show you this piece that I've been working on, because he's a stone carver too. And so, I haven't even started yet. I just shouldn't even include myself yet. Anyway, I did start, but I didn't finish yet. So I go to the park and I drive around back and he's not there. And I come to the front and I call him. I'm like, where are you at? He said, I went home. Some dude showed up, and so the guy's like, he's like, you got one rolled already? Yeah, I got one rolled. Okay, let's go, and then so he went and did something else. And I'm not okay with that. If you make plans with me, you follow through with me. I'm not okay with that. So I abruptly had to get off the phone. I didn't hang up on. I said, you know what, I'm going to talk to you later. And I hung up. Because that's I've ended friendships for shit like that. I'm trying to be different. I'm trying to allow more and to be less rigid, stuff like that, right? Just to allow more, right? So I had 3 cookies in my pocket for him. Now, something else that happened yesterday on Facebook Marketplace, I saw a post for a mixer. And I've been looking for a mixer for a while. Because my hands are getting tired. I make cookies, my good karma cookies. So I wanted to get, something that I have a feeling like the need for them is going to be kicked up a bit. So I'm going to be doing more. So I'll still be touching every single cookie made, because I make them with my Heyoka essence, And so this woman posted this mixer, and she said it was $27. I said, if it works, I'll give you $30 for that, and this was like 7:30 in the evening. I said, can I get a hold of you tomorrow? And we'll go ahead and take care of this. And she's like, yeah. I said, okay, great, right? So I go into town. Now Augie flaked, and then I go to Ace, and I get a couple things. I left my old huge ginormous shop back over at the other place. So I bought another little 2. I gotta stop. So I'm done spending money. I'm on like a spending freeze right now. So anyway, so check this out. So I got this. I went down and met her. I went to Family Dollar. or something like that to pick up a couple like fabric softener sheets, dryer sheets, stuff like that, because I like smelling good. I can't smell stinky. So I called her on my way into town. She called me back, and I told her where I was. She said I can come meet you, and she was there in less than 5 minutes. So she gives me this, right? As I get this, it's like the 60th. It even says on the end the 60th anniversary limited edition Sunbeam. And it has all these settings on it, you know. And it's still old enough that it's not crap, you know. Yes. So I gave her 40. You should have seen the look on her face because she only wanted 27, right? I should have gave her 100 because that's what it's worth to me. I will see her again because those cookies that were in my pocket for Augustine, they weren't for him. They were for her. So I said, you know what I'm going to do with this? I'm going to make my can of cookies with this. And her face lit up. I said, do you like those? She said, yes, I do. I said, these must be for you then. These must be for you. And I looked next to her and she had an oxygen tank. And she said, good, because I have to quit smoking. I said, well, I don't like smoking either. That's why I make the cookies and then I give them to people in the community. And the universe, creator, God, good orderly direction, takes care of me, mom, and all the critters. And this is kind of how it's worked out for us. So I gave them to her. And a little while ago, I got home. I got it. She's like, I'm going to keep your number. If it's, yeah, keep it, yeah. So, so I get a message a little while. Oh God, time's flying. I told her they're my time traveling cookies. Oh my God, cookie piece was so yummy! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Thank you for making my day! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! I said thank you for making mine. God bless. See, that's where the new programming comes in. There's all this stuff that people are afraid to do. You can give somebody more money if you have more money to give and you can see the people could really use a little bit of extra. You can give them more money. You know, the world is so consumed by getting as much as you can for as little input as possible, and that's not how energy works. And if anybody tells you different, you might want to check their practice. So she says I'm stoned like if I smoked, and I didn't. Second edible that gets me stoned. I said, that's rad. I appreciate the feedback. She said, keep up the great baking. I said, it's just part of my purpose. Thank you. See, it's okay if people know what their purpose already is and that they've already been established in their purpose for a long time. But understand, other people that don't recognize their purpose, they're going to see an cloak of invisibility over me because I already know what mine is. See how like attracts like? You know when you're thinking about a car and you like got an idea of the car, and then wherever you look, everywhere you see that car, it's because you become in the same alignment, the same frequency as other people that drive that car. There's a lot of cars I don't like. There's a lot of make and models that I will not put my sweet ass in, and a Tesla's one of them. Any electric vehicle, really. Won't do it. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's all about money. It's nothing sustainable. There's nothing practical. Those fucking batteries are going to do to this planet, but people care about the planet. If you cared about the planet, you wouldn't buy one of those fancy new gadgets because they're going to wreck it more, if you really care. I mean, that's the stuff, you know. But they want what the latest and greatest is, don't you know? They work so hard at doing barely nothing. Don't you know they work so hard at barely nothing that they gotta reward themselves for all the work that they didn't do? Don't you know? Cracks me up, man. So now she's in my phone as her Sandra Mixer. Anyway. So I got to stop in and see my buddy Tom. He doesn't believe, he's an atheist. Wait, atheist. I want to get it right. Well, I get him confused. They don't. He recognized he don't believe in God, but they're. One of them don't believe in any higher power. The other one recognizes it, just don't believe in it. And they're gonna give me this big old stupid. I just want the. Anyone who doesn't believe in any gods, that's an atheist. So I think he's an agnostic. Anyway, we got, I stopped in to say hi just to talk. I didn't even need anything, but he and I got great conversations, and then he has great conversations with other people. So I get data input from his perspective. He was telling me about a book that he started writing about 5 years ago or so. I said, because I asked him, I said, how long ago was it when you started writing it? And I said, okay, now what planet? I don't know this. I got to go look it up. What planet has like a 7 year? Because they have different cycles. So, that book is in a cycle. I said, you need to finish that book. I said, now every time I come in here, I'm going to bug you. How's that book coming? He let me read a couple of paragraphs about the book. Our thinking is the same. We're in the same alignment. Only difference is I believe in good orderly direction. I believe in God. I believe that there's a divine order. And he don't. He's the master of his own ship. Anyway, he's got a great story, but that was kind of cool. And you know what I should have used? Maybe I'm all hyped up today. Maybe I'll the next talk I'll do. I got a really cool picture last night of the moon in conjunction with Jupiter and then Venus. And I didn't make it the thumbnail for today's talk. But it's a really cool shot. I mean, you could totally see it. It was pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah, over the neighbors. Yep, that's pretty cool. So I want to one day. I got an idea. I want to do a daisy chain of lives. See if I can break the internet. I ain't never seen nobody do it. See, because you can invite other people to do a live with you. So like I would send a link to. I told what's his face, Joey the Gypsy. I said we should do a live together. That'd be kind of cool. I think. Anyway, so like I would be like live with him, and then he could send a link of do a live with him with somebody else, and then that other like Key Jin, like he and Key Jin doing a live together, and then Key Jin and like I don't know, I could use Zach, but he wouldn't want to do anything like that. That's beyond his scope. But like Zach, and then Zach could be like doing live. You see what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So that'd be cool to do it with like Zach, and then Zach could do it with Robert Phoenix. Yeah. Anyway, I all day, every day, man. I just come up with stuff to try, stuff to do. I got to help the neighbor with the freaking chore this morning, so that was a good way to start the day. And then I went and got a lock and stuff to do the job right, and then I get to teach people, teach people there's a right way to do a job, and then there's all the other ways to do a job. And I spent the first part of my life doing it all the other ways, and then as I get older, I learn how to, take it, don't rush, take it, because I just want to be done. I was spoiled by the light switch too. Instant gratification. I think the light switch is freaking dumbed down a lot of people. Hey, Peter, what's up? Hey, Jessica. Dude was fast approaching at home. Yeah, Mom and I watched Northern Exposure yesterday. Today when I left her with Longmire. Good day, Kev, man. There's one that like this that Satan's in it. He's a spa salesman. And him saying that, and then there's another movie called Does God Exist, or God Does, something like that. I get it mixed up. And there's two sayings in there, and he says one that says, he was asking because he wanted to make Shelley do naughty things, because then she is doing his bidding. That's his bidding. Just do things that'll ruin somebody's day. That's all you got to do to freaking live for Satan. It's as simple as that, man. You don't got to slit the throat of a goat and freaking howl at the freaking pale moonlight. It ain't that deep. All you got to do is to be unkind, withholding, selfish, and just, yeah. And so, Shelley asked him, why me? Why are you picking me? What's the big? He's like, because everybody else is already doing my work for me. I don't even gotta, turn them or convince them. They're just them living from themselves is doing them what I want to do, what I want them to do. And so, but you're the good heart, you're the wholesome heart, and if that's the heart that I'm trying to turn. So if I get you to burn your husband's beloved, most coveted, favorite bathrobe that he's had probably longer than she was alive, because it's the girl with daddy issues. That's that storyline. But and then that other one, that was a good movie. But the actor, he went to go see his mom, and she had like dementia, which just means, dude, all that, people haven't created a world where that spirit wants to stay. So spirits get so hurt that it goes someplace else, off planet, and experiences this incarnation from up there, because people in this one are so unkind. I've seen it my whole life. Why mom is so healthy and prospers so much for her head injury, and all the times they cut her open, and did I mean, so many major surgeries, lots. My friend Lindsay, though, she trumps. I think she's had 67 surgeries in her life, and she's younger than me, so she, but I mean, still, man, it's supposed to be an exit-only system, mostly as far as medical procedures, so it ain't natural for people to be just cutting in and doing whatever and all that stuff. And then, not to mention what the anesthesia does to you, all that stuff. So, and the reason is because I let mom know how much I want her to be here with me still. See, because when the spirit wants to go, the spirit will go. Your soul sac will create the environment for the spirit to go. I mean, if people are really not wanting to do this anymore, all you got to do is just be mad about every situation in your life, and that will turn to cancer, and then you will just take care of itself. So, and I'm always giving mom choices too. She's always getting choices. I hear stories about other people's parents, man, that are doing, I'm like, Mom, thank you for not wandering. Thank you for not being one of those little old ladies that just takes off in the middle of the night and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And she's not mean. She's so kind and loving, and so many people, they're just mad. They're just mad. And thank God mom has learned how to bless and release so early in her life, because she don't get mad about stuff. She watches me act like a crazy person, like a lunatic, but she just tunes me out. Huh, Mom? Huh? Bless and release. She'll get over it. And then I freaking... Yeah, it's stupid. Anyway, so, and I'm always giving her choices. I'm not telling her how she's 72 years old. She's my mother. I'm not here to tell her how to live her life. I'm just here to give recommendations. Hey, Mom, I'm going to brush my teeth. You want to brush your teeth too? Yeah. Some days she doesn't feel like brushing her teeth, so she don't brush her teeth. I'm just here to offer guidance, a reminder, these are things that I do to take care of myself, I just got to help her do this stuff with herself, And so she's always, like, lunch today. I went to freaking Kentucky Clucky. I'll never go back there again. So February 24th, time of death. My relationship with Kentucky, or Mom's relationships with their pot pies, because I only went there for that, man. I spent like almost $10. I ordered the pot pie. I go, you got pot pies? He said, yeah, let me look in the oven. So we got some. It was like 10 minutes after 11, but sometimes they run out and they don't get them for days here in Taos, New Mexico. So, yeah, Stanley. So it's like almost $10. And I said, is there cookies? He's like, no, don't come with cookies. I said, wasn't it supposed to come with mashed potatoes? The picture out there said, it looks like, I said, the picture had mashed potatoes with it. He's like, no, don't come with mashed potatoes either. I said, I was like, that ain't right. That's what makes it a meal. It just comes with a soda and a pot pie and they charge you $10. That ain't right, I was freaking I was like, I had to calm myself down. I said, well, take a look at my face, because I ain't never coming back again. I called the 800 number. Ain't nobody ever answered, because customer service is dead. It's another one of those freaking make-believe reindeer games, like Freedom. Anyway, so, I got her, I said, Mom, enjoy it. It's your last pot pie. I ain't never going back there. I'll cook you a pot pie. I ain't never going back there again. I haven't had a Subway sandwich since in over like 13. Whenever they took on Mike Vick and endorsed Mike Vick and paid Mike Vick to endorse and to say, hey, eat Subways. I said, fuck you, you fucking dog killing pieces of shit. That's what your freaking company's behind. Not to mention Jared, the freaking child porn king. So I'm like, that's the heart space of that company. I don't need to eat their fucking sandwiches. I don't need to give them my money. So I haven't. And I used to like their little Subway sandwiches with the crispness of their, the oil vinegar with the lead. Nope, I don't care. I will sacrifice the pleasure and treasure in my mouth with that food for the principle of the thing. And that's the way I've been living my whole entire life. That's it. People are all, AI, ooh, AI, ooh, AI, right? I ain't been interested. Since I went to college, I'm like, dude, this ain't going to go nowhere good because people are too selfish, right? They're too selfish, right? It ain't going to go good. But look at all the people that are like, ooh, AI, and then they're posting their AI shit. So it's more of the same. They just go along to get it along, and that's how people get caught up. And I ain't getting caught up. I ain't getting caught up. I'm part of the reprogramming. I'm not going to do what the rest of the people do. I'm not. And if everybody starts doing what I do, I'm going to start doing something different. So don't do what I do either. Do what you do. What's right for you. People need to freaking do the disciplines. Line up your chakra system. Line up your gut. Because that gut feeling, it's way more prominent and way stronger if your gut is in line with your heart and you have clarity of thought and a direct connection to source. You line all that up, psha. Ain't nothing you can't do. Ain't nothing you can't do. Ain't no situation that you can't handle in life. But it takes work, and that's where I lose people. It takes discipline, and that's where I lose people. So I need to find somebody to freaking put a new zipper. I can fix this. This is like it's social distortion. I don't really like social distortion anymore, but I loved them for so long when I was a kid. And then the back it has like, it's a cool sweatshirt. The zipper's broke, so. I finally saw, man. I loved it. I listened to them for so long, and then I finally saw their show, and it was like the freaking biggest disappointment, man. I was so first of all, they had 5 opening acts, so the opening acts had to pay them to go along, but it was like, and then I was on the balcony. I was at SoCo Theater in Omaha, Nebraska. I saw Tegan and Sarah there. It was like an entirely different vibe of that place with different people I saw. Anyway, and so I was up on the balcony because everywhere I go early, or like obnoxiously early. So I let the crowd build up around me, and then I get to take pictures, like behind the scenes kind of stuff. And if I start talking to people, sometimes people let me, get whatever. Anyway, so my train of thought just went whoop, derailed. I've been listening to Lauryn Hill a lot lately. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. What was I saying? What was I talking about? If somebody wants to remind me, that would be wonderful. Social distortion. Thank you. I got it. I was picking up what you put down. Alright. That's how telepathy works. You don't even got to put it in the chat. Just put it in my mind. I'm open and receptive. But don't do it all the time, because sometimes I nap. Okay, so I was up on the balcony. Me and some friends went. We went and had a nice steak dinner. I think at an old time freaking old steakhouse. I think in Omaha. And then we went over to the show after, and we're up on the balcony real close up, right? And there's a younger gal, as she was drinking. By the time freaking she like threw up in the corner, like up on the, it was very, and then she locked onto me. She had some sort of fascination with me, so she was like behind me, like dirty, like gyrating, like I was like, no, you got the wrong, no, you must have me confused with all of the other people. Keep her away from me, because she was so obliterated and so wasted. I was just like, oh my god. So I listened to them play. I listened to 3 of my favorite songs that they do, and I left, and I didn't even wait for the encore, and that's when my heart changed for them. And it will never be the same. But I take souvenirs from because they were a big part of my upbringing and who I am now, because of who I was, listening to their music and stuff, I just don't buy their stuff now, because I ain't gonna support them now, because I learned better. Anyway. Come on out to Taos and I'll freaking send. I said, you could get them at the dispensary. Canyon? One day. He thought you were homeless. Dude was fast approaching. That's funny. Yeah, I said, yeah, I'm going home. This shit is too heavy. That's funny. I don't think I could even, you could tell when people, I don't know. People are weird, man. People are just so freaking bizarro. Karma cookie, yeah. Oh, yeah, you got some, huh, Jessica? I try to explain to people how they work, is because they take the pain away. And I got a lot of pain in my whole from my body, from my head to toe, man. I'm just freaking constantly hurting. And so they take the pain away. And when I don't use the cannabis, and that's the only medicine I do. I ain't willing to take pills. I ain't willing to try this. I ain't trying stuff like that. I ain't willing. But cannabis I'll do. And you got so many people that are hurt in the world. Everybody's hurt about something. So they're showing up in the world hurt. So they're already like, whatever happens, this is gonna. It's like you're already like, God, this hurts, that hurts, my back hurts, ow, everything's all ow, ooh, everything's so hard, it's such a struggle. And then now I go to the store, now I gotta push this cart. Now this freaking jerk cuts in front of me, whatever, this happens, that happens, that happens, which just compounds the pain. It's just like added to the pain. And then people just are carrying in their soul sacks just all this hurt and all this pain, and there's no relief from it. Maybe you lay down at night, you get some sleep, you get comfortable, you get some reprieve, and then the next day it's just at it again. But if people can recognize, eat a cookie of mine, and you know that your body can be in a state of blissness and it doesn't hurt, and you can still function about your day. I ain't never been falling down stone, but I've been freaking falling down wasted more times than I ever care to even mention. So, get these cookies, your body, and then let your mind know, hey, there's a neighborhood on this planet in my ecosystem where my soul sack can be, where it doesn't hurt. And then when you're not hurting, the defenses come down. The walls come down. The barriers come down. When you're not hurting, when you feel good, I'm like a little, I'm a trip in real life, man. People think I'm a trip. I'm this concentrate out in the world. It's kind of fun to watch. I'll just bust out dancing wherever. It's a Heyoka sighting in Taos. I didn't even finish that. I gave Mom a pot pie today, and I was like, here, Ma. And then I give her a fork and a spoon so she can make the choice of what she wants to. I get every opportunity. I give her the opportunity because that helps work her mind, her brain. People don't feel relevant on this planet, so they just go on. They're like me with my loud, obnoxious. They're like me with my loud, obnoxious clothes and my mismatched socks when I go out in the world. Hello, see me? Do you see me? And then people ignore me, and then I make it really hard for them to ignore me, and then I let them know, hey, you're really good at ignoring me, so I'm just gonna let you keep doing that and be on my way. Bye now. Anyway, you gotta make people feel, you gotta support people in being who they are. And the way I support people in being who they are, if I'm not in alignment with who they are, I just give them the dignity and the respect of leaving them be and leaving them where they're at. But if people want to change, I'm always here. I think alcohol is like one of the worst things in the world. And if people don't because people get to a point that's like, you know what, the way it makes me feel, one day it stops working, and you need more and more and more. And I know those stories, my Earth Angel, man, her the love of her life, she had to watch him die. And he was so dependent on booze at the end of his life. He was putting alcohol in his feeding tube. I just know what it's like. I know what it's like. Alcohol takes the pain away. It does. So do my cookies, though. And now that weed's becoming more legal all over the place, man, I've looked it up. I don't know how it works. See, that's the thing is I need a team. I need a team of people to help me do the things that I want to do. I don't got that team yet because it's not, it's not time. But I got so many, the cookie part is just a part of my purpose. I got my photography. Hell, I paint, Native American art. I'm starting my stove carving, I got so many facets. I got my desire to help people recover from their hurts, or to just tell them everything I know Just all the things, all the tools, everything. Hey, I'm here to tell everybody everything, every trick, everything I know, because I want everybody to have a decent quality of life. Not just 1 fucking %. What the fuck is that shit, man? Anyway. When I was Tom at Taos Tac had a customer come in saying in Spain they just legalized bestiality. I mean, this world is on a fast track to freaking Weirdsville, man. They're already trying to do it with Hey, Gigi Abby, you just got done from work. That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't have time to sit there and, where's that other sock? It ain't that important to me. Plus, my feet, they don't feel like wearing the same textures most days. So, they're moody. How long have I been running my mouth? 46 minutes. Yeah. See, it was so sweet. It was such a sweet thing. It must have been Wednesday. I haven't seen Susie Gemini in the chat since Wednesday. Sometimes she oversleeps. So I always say hi to her for later. And the other day she said, Marge's going to be a big deal in Taos someday or something like that. And I was like, I had all these, visions of how, because I had to change my whole life, my whole entire life. I went and did this bullshit. I did this bullshit. I went and did this bullshit for 6 years so I could get this bullshit, and then became a stay-at-home daughter. But everything I've learned from all the in-betweens, I'm telling everybody everything I know for free. And one day I will have a place in Taos where travelers can come, right? Because the homeless is only going to get worse. More and more people are going to live in their car, right? So only you come to Marge's, right? No opioids, no fucking junkie shit. I don't care, you drink, and if you drink, I'll have a nice, and if you can't come on the comp, you can't bring that shit on my freaking land. Right? But I'll have a place out front that you can lock it up and store it. Then you can, if that's your propensity, leave it at the gate, and then, you can get it on your way out, right? Only my travel centers, they're going to have bays. Like at Jiffy Lube and stuff like that, where people can go in any time of the year, and it'll be warm or cool, warm in the winter, cool in the summer, and people can do the maintenance on their car, get the parts, and then do them there, without fucking having, because people are out of hand with what they're charging people, because they want to work less, so they're charging people 2-3 times what they should be charging people, so they don't got to work as long. And I'm here for the reprogram. So so I want, and if you do not know, I know mechanics. I am a mechanic myself. I will teach you. And if you're really not comfortable doing it yourself, then there are mobile mechanics all over that they can just come in. I can recommend someone to you. You can bring and then because people always go to Walmart, but they don't let people. That's a misconception. It's not every Walmart thing that they let you camp there. They're gonna make it harder for people all over to even live in their car. So more people are going to get knocks on their window, right? But fuck that, right? So you go to Walmart, and then once they, the people, the employee, the manager, that I don't even shop at that store because they asked me not to. So, all right, okay. My go ahead, I said, people get stranded out here. You give them my card. They come out to my yard, and they can stay, you know, a night or two, or you know, whatever. But it's all community. It's all, you know. You can't be a scumbag. You got to clean up after yourself. You know, don't you got to leave it as good as you find it. And if you want to leave it better than you find it, then that's on you. But you know, so it'll have bays to do automotive facilities there on site with all the tools and everything like that. You know, and then it'll have laundry facilities, and it'll have shower facilities, so people can bathe and take and do all their laundry. Yeah, laundromat. I'm already picking out my employees, like who I would love to freaking maintain these spaces. You know, if they wanted to, you know. I love it if it's like if I could pick all the cast and characters of all the people that I would love to just surround myself with. Cause you know, honestly, New Mexico, you watch old Ben, Space Observer Ben. I appreciate the knowledge he brings to his table, but his fucking ego is just like out of control, man. It's like I can't. Anyway. But he says where I live, it's like a safe zone for the whole United States. It's like maybe the top of the Appalachians, and then where I live in New Mexico up through Colorado, this stripe, and then the rest is fucked. The whole rest of the country is fucked. Like, because all the water from the Gulf is supposed to push up so that it's going to wipe out, like, the whole Midwest all the way up to Canada. You know, so I would love to see like all the people that I have cared so much about and appreciated so much to just come be a part of the community here, you know. But they all have their lives where they're at. So anyway, it's fun to dream about though, right? I'm gonna wrap today's talk up on with the Lord's Prayer, or not the Lord's Prayer. I misspoke. The Warrior's Prayer. Here's my A. I put the A up here. I made it out of electrical tape, so when I wear my Air Force t-shirt, I could put the A over the O, so it says Air Force. All right, the Warrior's Prayer. And it's so funny because, I mean, I'm Aries, so I am what I am, you know? And then I got that freaking, you know, you got people that channel the Palladians and the Arcturians and what those individuals, you know? You get me going, who do I channel? I freaking channel Popeye, man. Robin Williams' version, so... No, but who chooses this? Huh? Who chooses this? The Warrior's Prayer. I am what I am. In having faith in the beauty within me, I develop trust. In softness, I have strength. In silence, I walk with the gods. In peace, I understand myself and the world. In conflict, I walk away. In detachment, I am free. In respecting all living things, I respect myself. In dedication, I honor the courage within me. In eternity, I have compassion for the nature of all things. In love, I unconditionally accept the evolution of others. In freedom, I have power. In my individuality, I express the God force within me. In service, I give what I have become. I am what I am. Eternal, immortal, universal, infinite. And so be it. It's about all I got for now. Hope you have a